sitting here thinking about sin and how it works. Sin, when somebody unalive you, when somebody destiny swap with you, which they probably did it when you was a baby, probably did it when you was middle, 12 years old, early teenager, sometime in that area. When they destiny swap with you, you carefully monitor. That's what keep you trapped for so long. Because you almost got to be forced to walk in your Jesus Christ mode. And you almost got to be forced to walk into your, and they monitor you. Even when you're saying something negative, but you're trying to lead a positive example, they're going to write it off as negative. Everything going to be negative. Because that's the way it is. You're being monitored heavily. So you might as well take your time with it. That's why you go to prison. You know, like if I would have went to prison, it'd have been just as good as being right here. If not better. Cause I'd have had people to talk to. It was almost like when they were trying to send me to prison, I might have should have took that off. Instead of fighting against it. But either way it go, I'm straight. Because I really didn't need to deal with people while God was dealing with me. But I learned something about sin, what it is, and these planets. So what it is that these people who destiny swap with you, there's groups and groups of them, a triangle. And all of them gotta be in court, spiritual court with you. They don't know it. And you gotta be good as possible in order for you to get your spiritual justice. And what it is that they're gonna keep threatening, they're gonna keep bothering you and harassing you to make you fall. They're gonna keep bothering you and harassing you to make you fall. I'm talking about in your private space. In your private space. Like I said, it said my flame, which can be anybody. Flames can be, you gotta know flame. Once you know one flame, you pretty much know the rest of them. They can be any one of the flames. Let's say they got my life unlawfully. Your life trying to come back around to you. Well, you gotta fly high because they got all your, they destiny swap with you. So your energy think you them. So what happened is when they try to get you to sin, it benefits them, but they gonna act like it's benefiting you. Cause I noticed something. Things was going bad on me when I was doing that test without me noticing. And now that I ain't doing that test, some things is going back to normal. So it's like I was being bamboozled. It's a trap. This is to help these people get out of these situations. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. But the beautiful thing about it is the reason why it's awful because of how long it's going to be. When you look and find out you're in a triangle, it's going to be a long time. It ain't going to be just your family. It's going to be a lot of people, whoever was involved, whoever plotted it up, everybody. You got to wait till all those people go to spiritual court. And you got to be as good as you could possibly be. Better than that. So I realized sin. When they get you to sin, they put a nail in your coffin. They put this nail in your coffin, and automatically they hurry up and put a nail in your coffin. They watch you like a hawk now. They hurry up and put a nail in your coffin. So I'm saying all this to say this. Why? I see so many people energy in this situation. There's good people in it too, like little people that's ops, watching those people. But they gotta all go through the process like you have to. And it's bad. But when you sin, you open a gateway, you open a portal, you open a door for you to help these people. And when you help these people through sin. When you sin, they're able to take parts off of you. They're able to get away with stuff. It's amazing. You have to walk in your Christ mode. You have to walk in your Jesus Christ mode. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. Because you talking about big people that don't want to get caught here. Big people. Mountains of people. You know what I'm saying? People that work for mountains don't want to get caught. Let's see this man, Weary World, Jazz for the Kind Soul. The Kind Soul, and he looking like he just done. That's how they do it. And that's what I'm figuring out, how to get out of this. Loved ones do you like this. People who's supposed to love you, I'm telling you, then what happened is, they're gonna show you, your ancestors gonna show you. People be like, oh, well, like in Supernatural, angels just as bad. Well, not really. Angels move a certain way. When you done got into this system, this triangle system, God gonna come through. And the angels gonna have to continue to move a certain way, because the angels gonna be evaluated as well. Because some angels had to support this motion for the destiny swap to even work. Somebody had to fall. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody just didn't notice. I can't say what angels, I can't say that. God gotta be the judge of that. But if something went wrong, so the angels, when God come through, it's like the angels continue to help the person that destiny swap with you. That's why you don't like them. They program like that. They can't help it. So it's like, we see a white man, that's a white man. You see a black man, that's a black man. Same thing with the angel. You see this person, that's who it is. You see this person, that's who it is. If somebody destiny swap with you, they think that's who it is. So that's how it is. But when God comes, the angels immediately go to the right person. Then they try to forgive him, blah, 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 blah. And they fix it up. But God gotta leave, work on more stuff. God work on more stuff. So, and when you see this coming, you're gonna see your lovers get with people, your family members, your friends. You're gonna see lovers that you thought was, oh, thank you, God. You brought me the love of my dream. Thank you. You're gonna see it veer off and go at your uncles and cousins, nephews, all that. And it's just gonna be horrible. And it's gonna be so horrible to the point where you're gonna pray for death and not get it. You know, you're going to want to go to prison. You're going to want these kind of things to happen because it's going to be so consistent. But this is what's going on. These people manipulated the system, the energy. So now the energy going to always try to go back to its rightful person. So now the energy is tricking you. But the energy, God got the energy moving in such a way to where the energy don't even know. You see what I'm saying? Because God knows the truth. But you got to give God time to heal the situation. God knows the truth. They DCing me all the time for stuff I say in my private space. I ain't putting it out on that. All the time. You'll get used. You might not get used to it. This is the long thing I ever try to get. Honestly, this is harder to get used to than getting rid of doubt. When you got your own private space and they in your space, and they watching you, and it's like spiritual court. And the physical people gonna get it too, the ones who doppelganger you. And they're gonna levitate off of it. But God see it. You just gotta keep standing up straight. God gonna go out, okay, you're gonna find another group of people. Let's say it's another group of lovers and stuff, folks comes your other bunch of your energy. They gonna embrace the other people. Oh, that's gonna make you, oh Lord, I just seen two groups of people and they done went over here and they ain't helped nobody. That's the way it's supposed to be. And then when you pay attention and you don't go crazy, you don't go bonkers, you just wait, you might lash out, you might, do that, but you ain't gonna go crazy. You're not gonna do the typical. So if you sit back and you start to heal, you start to elevate, you're gonna start to watch. You're gonna see these people start to fall, decompose. And you're going to realize it's going to be a long time, but it's getting taken care of. That's the way it works. They got to move like that, man. And they only move like that when God comes through to work on you. So there's 8 big people out here. God got a lot of people to work on. So when God get around to work on you, you'll see things working out. Oh, man, you ready? Don't get too excited about that. And don't expect nothing into that. Then you're going to realize, because it's going to fall, it's going to plummet, it's going to tower. All the time. Because you're dealing with a whole triangle. You're dealing with a whole lot of people who just try to unalive you, sacrifice you, and successfully sacrifice you. watch everything. The way you breathe, they'll talk about the way you breathe, the way you pass gas, the way you dig in your nose. They watch everything 24/7. You say something wrong about somebody, if you, like I said a message earlier, probably descended for it, but I was talking about how it was in the street and how they trained dogs. I know about all that. I was in the street. These young people that like my flame and stuff be talking to, they don't know me. I was on the street before they were probably born. You know what I'm saying? I seen the process of how this stuff work and go down. Don't none of these young people know me like that. And it's rough. And I was talking about it in here. And they probably descended me for it. But it's the truth. It's the truth. And some of this stuff you have to get beside yourself and talk about it, because it's something that can break you. Even though I wasn't a part of it, even though it wasn't me, it'll break you. That's why I tell certain people I can't hear your story. Even though I'm trying to help them, when they say certain things and I know they're finna go down a certain road, when they tell me their story so I can help them, I say, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna be able to help you. You're gonna have to go to a professional. You're gonna have to go to a professional. I can't help you. The way they break these people in such a way that these people depend on them. These people do anything for them. These people destroy homes and destroy their home and destroy their loved ones for them. And I was just talking about it, but I guess they wanted me to keep that in my head so I could demolish myself. But it ain't that fault. That's me getting in my attitude and my emotion. There's a spiritual court going on, and I can't talk like that. It's just crazy, bro. They unalive me. That's when I realized that your best bet is to figure out who unalived you, and then try to figure out when they unalive you. Basically, it'll be when they sold their soul, and just count up the years, 5 to 10 years, and then it'll be over. So you're gonna have to wait 5 to 10 years. That's why I said I seen this woman one time. I wish I could remember who it was. It was a white girl. She was so beautiful because the light, you could tell she been tortured. She said she was on year 10 in the dark night of the soul, in purgatory basically. Oh my God. And she was by herself. And she did a joke. She said, you could see it in her eyes. She said, she offered a person on the street that didn't have nothing, that was holding up a sign, some money, some food. What did she say? He said, yeah, she offered him some food. And he said, I don't need no food, I need some money. No, she offered him some money. He said, I don't need no money, I need some food. And she laughed. She said, surely if God will take care of him, God will take care of me. Broke me down, bro. She told me that right when I was walking in mine. She said, you're going to be in it for 5 or 10 years. That's what she told me. And if I could cry, I would have cried. She said, you're going to be stuck for 5 or 10 years. She said, I'm on year 10. And you can see it in her eyes, like she done cried all she could cry, ran out of tears a long time ago. You know, I tried to ask how you get in, she didn't even know. It's like these people be unalive, man, trying to show love and be loved. And go look at that picture, that weary world of jazz for the kind soul. There's too many people that truly love God in them kind of situations. And if they knew, I get it now. You gotta stand up straight when God's trying to get your justice for it. It don't seem fair. It really don't seem fair at all. But you gotta stand up as straight as you can for as long as you can, if not to the day you die. That's the only way you're gonna get justice. If you make one mistake, if you make one wrong move, they're gonna put a nail in your coffin. That one nail is gonna set you back. It's gonna set you back. And all those people that's getting your loved ones, all those people that's getting your money, all those people that's getting everything that belongs to you, gonna continue to get it. Every nail is like months and years. I keep hearing somebody named Crystal. I don't tell lies. If you telling my truth, I used to talk to people like that when I used to travel. I would purposely go up to a wino or somebody that, I hate calling them that, or somebody that's a bomb. Don't do that. I ain't telling nobody to do that because it's very dangerous. And I just listen to their stories. There ain't no fair in it. I ain't think I ever see a world where people that's really got good souls and good hearts and really love God suffer so bad. Everybody are programmed and trained. Don't do this, don't help this person, don't do that to that person. Absolutely programmed and trained to not help God's people. Can't even tell the difference now. Nowadays they see somebody that's really God's child. He don't look like he God's child, so he's not God's child. That's how good and perfectly programmed we are. And if you want to get any kind of justice, you're going to have to be Jesus Christ himself. Real. Because it's a spiritual court. I ain't being joking about it. And what it is today, you're going to have to sit back, meditate, pray. As you sit back and meditate and pray, you're going to see things coming to the forefront. This person right here, they're going to be happy and everything. You know it's going to be your money. You know it's going to be your gifts. You know it's going to be your blessings. But literally, you got to sit there and pray, meditate. Job's story was basically telling us what we're going to have to go through. You're going to have to sit there, pray, and meditate, and you're going to realize you're going to see that person fall. You're going to see that person start to crumble. And that's what happened to me. So I started getting these issues when I was doing certain things. And I realized these issues ain't of me and they ain't going away. Who issues are there? And they these people that's destiny swapping with me, doing conversion spells and emergence spells. Same thing with the honestly, I don't know yet for a fact, but I think tension in your root chakra or your garden chakra is also from dark night of the soul and purgatory. Somebody done unalived you or something. I think, and that tension will relax once your time is up. But your time will never be up if you don't realize that you in the dark night of the soul or in purgatory. Because they're going to constantly put nails in you. Because if you don't realize it, you're going to continue to do drugs, even if it's weed. You're going to continue to drink. You're going to continue to do this stuff. And they're going to constantly give you nails. And every nail is like a lifetime in hell on earth.